Out of the blue, I got a phone call, I don't know her, Barbra Streisand. Oh, wow. Yeah, she called me last night, got my number and just tell me how much she liked the movie. But at the end, she goes, "Are you going to Bernard's class tomorrow?" I swear to God.
The one, the only, paid it fairly!
It's a life-changing moment when you're working with Bernatilla.
You have to be studying as an actor like you were studying to be an Olympic swimmer.
And it was on A Few Good Men that I really felt like I'm going to be found out on this film. I'm at rehearsal, Tom Cruise and Demi Moore and Rob Reiner, the director, treating me like I belong, but there was a feeling of someone's going to tap this comedian on the shoulder and say, "We meant Kevin Kline. Can you?"
About Kevin.
And this is really specifically about the departed. When he arrives from a little Hong Kong movie that maybe I watched when I was, I don't know, on a plane in Hong Kong, and then steps by step arrives into a Scorsese world, there's not much for me to do.
You kind of put that seed in my head that you can do anything, you have it, and kind of thing. Then it's all your fault. It's all your fault.
Now, what message do you have for everybody?
I think you are the best motivator, and I've been hearing all your stuff. I think you should give that. I've been to your classes. I've been like a fly on the wall, and I think you should probably find something what you think is right about me, and you should give that advice.
Well, you know, you are fantastic, Bernard, and you've been a supporter of ours since the beginning. I mean, he knows everyone in Hollywood. Honest to God, he knows every single person in Hollywood. And thank God he loved our movie and was so nice. Because we were in trouble.
No, you're being much too kind. You had an incredible film.
We are storytellers. We are people who can actually make a massive difference to other people's lives. Rather than kind of, stressing over playing a character, it's like, what does this character mean in this story? Or what is the research I need to go out and do and gather and then bring back and share with an audience that is going to change their perspective by me walking in this character's shoes?
There's a lot of good movies out there that are very important to see for people.
And there's a lot of films that have changed society.
Absolutely.
I mean, movies that, there's some movies that are more fun. Your movie is really doing something about that. There are films which we love. And the movies that have impacted you are the ones that have changed your life. And I have to say that films have changed my life. All films that I've seen. When I was a little tiny kid, I used to go to these movies. I was just transfixed of the power of a film.
This man is here and has the courage to try and develop something that is non-existent in this country. As I look around the room and watch the response, I saw a life I haven't seen collectively in 50 years in this town, because you guys have been taught to bring it. And that's what he's about. So if anybody
acting and what we do for you is it's not just a means of making money. I could see in you that this is something that goes to the core of who you are.
You're very smart, way beyond your years, bro. Because we're all like, we were 30 years younger back then. You know what I mean? And it was just like, and I'm thinking, who's this guy telling me what to do? And he would say everything you learned was wrong. And Bernard said, no, you got to become a person in society. He goes, there's so much bigger world out there. I mean, I was seeing some of the most beautiful things that I wish everybody could see.
When I was in high school, like I said, I was the worst student. And I was like dead last in my class. But I never worried. Like all my friends would be horrified. Like, oh, Jesus, college, we're not going to get it. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. And I don't know why I had it. And the studio said, well, you got to get him on that bus. And I was like, no, they're not dumb and got smarter. Dumb and dumber.
It's really about how willing are you to be vulnerable in any situation, because when you see the best actors, what they are is that they've allowed themselves to be vulnerable.
Working with so many incredible people like Michael Jackson, who would say the very first thing that would come out of his mouth every time we agreed to do something new together was, Kenny, we can't let fear into the room. Fear only gets in the way of productivity. So, keeping fear out of the space and creating an environment that produced courage and bravery.
When I saw Cold War, the lighting, the pictures,
yes,
it's like a piece of art.
Absolutely.
It's like a piece of art. And it's really kind of strange because you think it's really about a story about two people.
Yes.
But it almost feels like Dr. Zhivago.
This is going back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
I was just, because what I was doing, looking back, was I was listening to myself. It's a very important thing to do when you're acting, I later learned. But I was listening to myself. Where am I happy? What do I need?
He cast Sex and the City. He was the first. You cast Jennifer Lawrence in Winter's Bone. Yep. You did The Help, which I love that movie, and the Academy Award-winning Best Picture Spotlight. We are going to learn a lot. We're going to find out about his generosity and his kindness. Put your hands together for Kerry Barden! I think artists have a responsibility to make the world better with their art by sharing it and giving it to others as well. I agree.